I'm going to go to question 4, Mr. Muslim. I think this is probably one of the toughest questions of the league. I want to point to 2 clubs who we've not talked of as contenders at this stage for a title. They're not the teams who we say are we most excited to watch. I'm talking about Tottenham and Chelsea. And I kind of want to get your sense on who's got the tougher rebuilding job. As we stand right now, as we are, and we know things might happen in the window, but as we stand right now, who's got the bigger rebuilding job? Postecoglou or Pochettino?
Pochettino, Chelsea. Chelsea's a bigger job, harder job, tougher job, bigger, more of a change, Rob. This is going to be all right. I'll let you have your say in a second.
Yeah.
This is going to be a brand new team with a brand new manager that they've sold. If you could put the amount of players they've sold, a pretty good team together for Chelsea, who they've got rid of, but for whatever reason,
Poch,
Chelsea and the clubs, they've a mass exodus of players out of Chelsea. Maybe it had to happen, and more young players that were like, oh, who's that? You having to do research on some of the signings again. So they for me are the biggest. I have. Unknown quantity, Rob. All I know is this, and I'll say this about both of these clubs, and we'll get on to Spurs in a second. I still feel that these 2 clubs have got good managers in place that both sets of fans are going to see improvement. I mean, it's tough not to, given the latter part of last year. But I like which way the club have decided to go, particularly Pochettino with this project, with his experience, with how comfortable he is in this league and developing younger players. I think that's going to be exciting. I think Chelsea, and that's why I go back to your question, I still think Chelsea will take longer to find their best Chelsea. And I think it's a tougher job because of that, Rob. More change, more young players that we're not really sure yet whether they're good enough to be effective, not just to play in the Premier League, to be really effective players in this league, given some of the fees that were paid. So I think Chelsea is a tougher and a bigger job to get them to where they ultimately want to be.
But isn't this job I totally agree with what you say, and I have no argument in that. But isn't this job kind of Pochettino's MO? Isn't this his thing? Isn't this what he did when he came to Spurs? When he bought Dele Alli, when he bought Harry Kane, when he had Dembele, when he had Rose at one in.
But less change, Rob, wasn't there? There was less change there with personnel when he was at Spurs.
Yeah, there was, but I don't think I got this. I get the sense that he's enjoying this young project, a bit like Ten Hag. You're saying at Manchester United. I think he's enjoying it. I think he'll mould, and I think I think there's going to be more money at Chelsea than there's going to be at Spurs. I think they'll back him in the right way if they feel he's going in the right direction. I think this young talent that's needed at this football club, because it'd gone stale at Chelsea. The whole thing was stale. Too many players, similar players, want to come in field, want to do their thing. I just think they're fitter, Rob, than I've seen them. Ben Chilwell looks like $1 million, mate. He looked $1 million running up and down the thing in pre-season. He's got them fit back where they want to be. He's got a bit of hunger again. There's a couple of instances and a couple of goals where you see 3-4 players sliding in trying to score goals. Chelsea, that wasn't the Chelsea we've seen in the last 18 months, 2 years. There's a bit of a buzz again around the football club. Like we know with Chelsea, there's a bit of swagger when things are going well, and that's important to the football club. I get a sense there's a little bit of that, not quite at the top levels again, but there's a little bit of that, like, people are starting to enjoy it. They're starting to, push their shoulders back with Chelsea again. I don't know. I feel the other way. I think if he can keep the momentum going, it all potential. And it's young players who we don't know. Some of them what their end game's going to be. I think this Disasi, isn't it? They bought in the French defender. Yeah, it's another good bit of business for them. When they get people fit and they start to piece it together, I kind of like what I'm seeing with Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't like what I see, Rob. I'm just saying that in terms of an unknown, like
you think it's a tougher job.
He can do it.
I think Spurs is tougher. I think Postecoglou going in at Spurs, the Harry Kane thing is incredible, and I'm sure you can talk about that. How that's all going to play out. I think trying to change his style in a way that a team have played where they haven't had the ball for the last 2 or 3 years with managers who wanted them to be pragmatic, sit back, win the ball, counter-attack. This guy wants him on the ball, wants to play, wants to build up, wants control of the football. I think that's going to change a few. I mean, Sonny's getting no younger. Harry, we don't know if he'll be there. I just think I'm not sure with the Chelsea one. I've got to be honest. I think there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah, the only thing. So where I differ from you there, Rob, is that, and by the way, you said at the start of this little chat, is that we're taking it from right now, and right now, Harry Kane is a Spurs player.
Correct.
I just look at the lineup, Rob, and I know what I'm going to get from Harry Kane. I know what I'm going to get from Kulusevski, who maybe had a drop off last year, but is a good footballer. I know pretty much with Heung-min Son in a team that wants the ball for a change and is proactive in trying to attack. I know what he can do. I absolutely love the signing of James Maddison. I think he's going to have an outstanding season. Brilliant footballer. Technical quality is amazing. Question marks about the central midfield. A new goalkeeper in Vicario.
The defense, centre defense again.
Yeah, centre defense is a concern. Yeah, he's got this Mickey van der Ven, hasn't he? He's just signed this player from Ajax.
Quick, massive young boy, left side.
So if you play alongside Christian Romero, can be a little bit rash. You know, you got options at right back, maybe not great options. You got the kid that came back from loan. I can't remember his name now. At left back for them, that wants to get forward. So I feel like I know a bit more what to expect from the players that are on Spurs right now. Again, if Kane goes, let's just tear that all up and start again. But right now, you know, I feel like, and I really like what the manager's saying. I've watched all his press conferences. I've spoke to friends I have that were Celtic fans and what he did there and all before that. He has been successful, very successful, every single coaching job he's had. Granted, this jump up is a big jump, and he's never managed that old chestnut of a top 5 European team. But I like how he's talking. I think the players enjoying the style, Rob. It is going to be about pressing, about attack. He wants every player to pass the ball forward, to look forward, to run forward. He wants to play out from the back. He wants what the Spurs fans want. And to your point, Rob, it might be a difficult transition to make that work and to get wins and results, but pre-seasons look pretty good. I just hope that Harry Kane stays, Rob, and maybe now we should just touch on this story, this saga. You know, what Daniel Levy's trying to get or not trying to get, what Bayern Munich think they can pay to get him. Let me hear your take on Harry Kane before I come back.
Well, my first take is he's handled himself and it impeccably. He's gone on about his business, Rob, still scoring goals in pre-season. Never said a word. It's basically said, if the football club want to cash in on me, I'll be happy to talk to the football club and see if I can arrange a deal. If not, I'll get on with the business. So he's handled himself impeccably. From the club's point of view, again, today I'm hearing it was a last and final offer by Munich. It's been refused. But rumours are that Munich will come with a little bit more because that's the way they do the business, and whether there's going to be another go or not. Apparently, Kane's said as well. Again, I was listening to a bit of local news over here in the UK that his wife's due a baby soon, so he wants it sorting out. Basically, said he wants it sorting out this week, so they know where they are with the birth of his child. It's a game. It's a club changer. We have game changer. It's a club changer. Harry Kane and that Spurs team have a chance of finishing in the top 4 if things go really well. They have a chance of finishing in the top 4. Harry Kane not in that team. They have no chance of getting in the top 4. They struggle to get maybe in the top 6.
Just on the move, Rob, right? I'm just trying to get into the head of Harry Kane here. Let me say how I feel about this. I feel like, for whatever reason, Daniel Levy does not want to sell Harry Kane to a direct competitor, right? Which is what Harry Kane would probably most dearly like. Now, we all know that Harry Kane's contract ends in 12 months. So if he refuses the Bayern Munich offer, which is a big offer, and it sounds like, by the way, that he fancies that move, and he might win a Bundesliga title. Maybe he's got a chance of winning the Champions League, which is all, of course, really, really important. I don't know, his salary probably doubles, etc., etc. But why doesn't he just stay where he is for 12 months, see the new project, and in 12 months' time, if it hasn't gone amazingly great and he wants to move on, he will have his pick of wherever he wants to go, and he's still scoring goals towards the Alan Shearer 260 Premier League goals record. He's going to get closer to that, and in 12 months, he can go wherever he wants. It's not as though Harry Kane is a player that doesn't look after himself, Rob, and that doesn't keep himself fit. So in another year's time, he's not still going to be scoring goals. I don't get why he might contemplate leaving for Bayern Munich right now.
Well, I think I get the sense he's saying almost like, because we don't know from Kane. I think he's saying that, if the money's right and the club get what they want, and I talk and they give me what I want, then I go and win, and I win a Bundesliga title, and I get maybe, I don't know, quarterfinals, semi-finals of the Champions League. I don't know. The alternative, and I think is more the point, Rob, if he doesn't go anyway, sits here for 12 months, by the way, he can pick any team in Europe.
I know.
Include Real Madrid and Barcelona in that as well, by the way. And the top clubs in the UK. And Man City might go and take him up. United would jump at it.
And why wouldn't Daniel Levy, Rob? Again, I mean, there's obviously stuff that we don't know about this, but that 100 million, whatever it is, pounds, euros offer, right? That's going to be zero in 12 months' time. Why? Please answer me the question. Why does Daniel Levy not say, that's kind of a lot of money. It's not a direct rival. We're kind of happy. Here you go, Harry. You want to move? He's still refusing that money.
Well, there seems to be something about the personality that he always wants every last inch of the deal.
It's a risk, isn't it?
It's a massive risk. It's a massive risk.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money for the football club. It also doesn't help in terms of, thinking about replacements. You let him go next season, Rob. You lose 30 goals guaranteed, and you've got to go and find somebody and pay extra money that you've not got. So, I mean, it's a crazy situation. It must be a nightmare for Postecoglou coming in as a new manager, wanting to play.
He's handled it well. He's handled it well, though.
Handled it brilliantly, and fair play to him. And that's why he's an experienced manager, and that's why he's got the job. And we're hoping he starts well. But it's going to be an interesting story. We'll see, obviously, what happens between now and the end of August with that one.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.